Merry Christmas! What's the word? I forgot. In advance. There we go. Merry Christmas in advance. Hello, yo everyone. I hope you're all doing great today. Bienvenidos al stream de hoy. Feliz Navidad en adelantado. Yep. No se me ha olvidado en español. Welcome to today's stream. ¿Qué es el stream de hoy? Hoy va a ser un stream de arte un poco diferente, porque no voy a hacer arte. Voy simplemente a enseñarlo. Today's gonna be a very weird art stream because I'm not gonna be doing art. I'm gonna be showing it. So we're gonna be doing a recap of all the art that I've been doing this year. Yogo Flavio, Yogo Tetera, Yogo Franchu, Yogo Makoyo, Yogo Yagato, welcome! How's it going? Feliz para todos, felices fiestas. Se me olvidan las palabras. Vaya buena manera de empezar. A great way to begin. As you can see also, I have decorated the tree. So now all is ready for Christmas. I still haven't put the star though. I haven't been able to find it. So maybe while I look at old art and stuff, I can find the star to finally finish decorating the tree. It's gonna be somewhere in my folders. No encontré mi estrella para terminar de decorar el árbol. Así que quizá mientras estoy buscando en mis dibujos de este año, quizá la encuentro. Veremos. Quizá podemos acabar de decorar el árbol hoy. We can finish decorating the tree today. But my plan for today is to fill up the artwork summary of 2025. It's a template made by GT Havoc, which I'm gonna put the link to the template in hand. Give me a second. I'm gonna link. I've got it in bookmark. So if anyone else also wants to do an art summary for this year, you can easily find the template here. There it is. Meet up there in the chat. Fine. And yeah, let's see. We're gonna start in order with January. I'm gonna try to find all the stuff, or at least most of the stuff that I've drawn, because a lot of drawings that I've done along the year have been commissions. I'm probably not gonna be including a lot of the commissions that I've done, because some of them have like NDA, so I cannot show them. And in general, I got them in other folders. I try to keep them orderly in my drawing folders, so maybe it's a little bit more scattered to find chronologically. But let's see, what did I start drawing this? First art that I'm seeing, I'm using my most reliable source for chronological progress, and it's the Tumblr archive. Let's see, first one in order is the train drawing. Yearly drawing. Dreams of trains. Sadly, this one is a GIF. They can only show the non-GIF version here on screen. This one's a high contender for the January piece, because I always tend to put the January piece in here. Also, wait, I haven't shown the one from last year. Me he olvidado completamente. Quería enseñar el art summary que hice el año pasado, porque no pude hacerlo en stream. I wasn't able to do an art recap last year, so I couldn't show my art summary, or at least how I did it on stream. But I can show it in a moment. Example. Need to scroll down a lot in my posts. Simplemente tengo que scrollear un buen rato en mis posts. A ver si lo encuentro. Been here, found it. It's very similar to the template of this year. This is the one that I did last year. Funny thing, this artwork, I finished it this year. It wasn't finished when I put it here, but it was still my favorite piece of this year. Maybe I could even put it here again in the new summary. Wouldn't that be funny? ¿No sería gracioso poner el mismo dibujo en favorite artwork en los 2 años? Porque técnicamente lo terminé este año. Center this a little bit more. Here we go. You can more or less see everything. Yo, Nami! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. This is the one from 2024. This is what I did last year. I'm remembering a lot of these drawings like it was yesterday, to be honest. Some of them doesn't feel that long since I made them. No es como los no es eso como los Game Awards cuando ganan el mismo juego en 10 categorías. Sí, bueno, no pasa nada porque no importa cuál dibujo decida, sabemos que aquí va a acabar Expedition 33 en favorite artwork. It doesn't matter what drawing I decide that is my favorite. We all know that in favorite artwork, it's gonna be Expedition 33. Always wins all the categories, even the art summaries, for some reason. Oh yeah, enjoy the holidays! I hope it goes well. Hope it's gonna be a nice holiday. I will also be going tomorrow to visit family, so also gonna be some busy days for me. So this was last year. I didn't put the train drawing in January now that I notice, but I did put marathon February, so kinda counts. Just realized the Christmas tree decor in your head. I am the Christmas tree. Soy el árbol de Navidad. I haven't put the star though because I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna be looking for it among all my arts. It's gonna be somewhere in there. Yeah, I didn't put the train drawing on January, so maybe this year we can put it in there. So, this is one of the first drawings that I did in the entire year. I always do these as a yearly thing. I've even done a lot of them on stream, and this year I tried to go with a more experimental background. This background is a photo that I found on, what was the website? Pexels. It's from Pexels, which is a royalty-free photo website. And I tried to do it in a similar way that I wanted to do the backgrounds for the visual novel that this character is gonna be for. So I just tried to do something a bit on the aesthetic of that visual novel. Once again, I haven't finished the visual novel this year, so maybe next year. Maybe next year it will be done. I don't know. There are still so many things that I have to finish. Yo-hooo Marius, Yo-hooo Delta, welcome! Happy holidays! I hope it's going well. Welcome to the stream. Another twin, but not from VTuber, from game. There's a lot of game characters with similar bangs to ours. I've seen like at least 3 more or so. Among Us water texture. Hold on. My memory is failing me. Remind me what the Among Us water texture is right now. Oh my god. It's okay, it doesn't matter what enters the competition. You know what's gonna win favorite artwork. Edition 33. Haven't even played the game. I gotta play it someday. So, this was one of the first drawings that I did this year. I tried to go pretty simple with the background being a photo, but also I feel like the coloring, I was able to finish it quite fast compared to what some drawings usually take me to finish, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's the second time that I do an animation for these yearly drawings inspired on my trains, so it was trying to do something a bit different from a lot of previous years. I try to do something a bit different every year for this yearly drawing. Yo Midnight, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! Told us about it long ago about trying out using Among Us to create water waves due to a Twitter post. Wait, wait, it's from when there were a lot of tutorials of drawing anything using Among Us beans? Like the one about how to draw eyes with Among Us. Amazing. People can do anything with Among Us if they try. Thank you, Among Us, for all the art tutorials. I'm gonna have to think about what to do this next year, because probably the yearly train drawing is gonna be one of my very first drawings for next year. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do, but I always try to do something different. I did the pixel art animation one year. This year it was this animation with the creatures in the background being a little bit squiggly. But this is like the PNG version. This is just the non-animated version. I didn't like it a lot. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, another drawing from this year is the finished Stories of the Dreaming World art. The one that won favorite artwork last year. I think this one only counts as half being done this year, because I did most of the work last year. I only finished it. I gave it the last shading that it needed. Just in general, finished it to be able to update it. The newest story that I released at the time. So probably I will leave a bit of space for this one to win instead of this one. But still, this drawing took so long to finish. This was months of on and off work, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. It turned out more or less how I had envisioned it, so pretty happy with it. Now it's the promotional artwork Stories of the Dreaming World, which by the way is free. You can read it on itch.io. Muchas gracias. Este dibujo no cuenta del todo como dibujo de este año, porque técnicamente lo empecé el año pasado. De hecho está aquí como mi dibujo favorito del año pasado, pero no estaba terminado aquí. Aquí solo era una parte del dibujo que estaba terminada. Aquí ahora sí que está terminado. Sometimes I dream of cheese. You can try doing yearly cheese dream drawings, like I do with trains. Yo, hello everyone! Welcome! Feliz Navidad! So, I guess this could also count as art from this year, because I did do this year. Story 4 of Stories of the Dreaming World. I guess that kind of counts as art from this year, even though it's like things from the game. I would rather put like an illustration, but I guess the maps of the game also kind of count as art from this year. It's still stuff that I worked on, so it kind of counts. Then, something I've been doing a lot this year, by the way, is taking drawings from years ago and finishing them at last. For example, the next drawing that we have here, this one, I started it years ago. For how long ago? When was it? I didn't put it in the post. So well, I think this is minimum from like 2 years ago at least, or maybe more. I sketched this quite a long time ago and finally finished it this January. So I guess this counts as a drawing from January, even if the sketch was from so long ago. It was just the sketches and some base colors. All the other stuff is from this year. I feel like the thing that I enjoyed the most was learning how to paint the basket. I tried to simplify it and even made a little tutorial to like take down notes on how to do it. This is how I did it. I posted these on Twitter and Blue Sky. But I found this easy way of being able to draw baskets, which I applied here, and it was interesting to learn. Triangles. And of course, I didn't know what I was doing. Every time that I try to draw or paint something, I'm just winging it. I feel like maybe nowadays I would try to shade a lot of things differently. I feel like I've been learning a lot lately about how to use my Clip Studio brushes and a lot of better stuff and ways of coloring shadows, making shadows in general. I feel like if I redid this drawing now, it could turn out a little bit different. But that's for drawings in the future. This drawing is finished. It is good as it is, I think. Bye bye, Franchu. Felices fiestas. No pasa nada. Agradezco mucho que hayas venido. Pásalo bien. This one, I feel like I do also like it quite a bit. I still like the train one more though. I definitely like the train one more. I've got so many things open. I feel like I still like this one a lot more. But so after that, the other drawing that I did this year, this one was a commission for a friend, and you might have seen it around in social media, because I really like how this drawing turned out. This was one of the drawings in which I started applying stuff that I had learned from other artists, like ways to color the hair. I feel like I have not been able to replicate the way that I colored the hair here again, and I'm still like in awe of how it turned out. I feel like every time I draw this character, this is an OC of a friend of mine. This is Rose. She's a vampire, and she's a member of the D&D party that I am playing in right now. But the hair here, how did they do that? I'm suffering from a severe case of imposter syndrome right now. One in a million chance, truly. How did I do that? Like, holy shit. I look at these. Look at this strand of hair. Look at the colors. How did I do that? Also the kind of velvet feel in this part of the clothes. I don't know. This drawing is still I still open it from time to time to try to reference it in my current drawings, like, okay, how did I do this? How did I paint the eyes? Look at these. This was also the first time that I tried detailing the eyelashes a lot more, which is something I've been trying to do a lot more often. I used to draw the eyelashes very, like, simple, just like a black line and not much else. Sometimes the red gradient here on the borders. But here I tried to color them with a lot more volume and a lot more colors, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. The eyes, like, hello? Every time I draw Rose, for some reason, I feel like my coloring levels up. I need to tell Lime, hey, let me draw Rose more often, please. Yo, Nirvana, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. You know what? This drawing is also high contender for drawing of January. Like, I'm going insane every time I look at this drawing. Like, how did I do this? How? Let me close the ones that probably not good. Yes, we can also close it. Look, also Rose is here too. Also here. I also felt like my coloring leveled up quite a bit in this one. Like the way that I did the volume of the hair. Two great reasons to go insane. Yeah, the coloring of the hair and the coloring of the eyes, clearly. Yeah, two giant reasons. It's gonna be a tradition to add her into the template, yeah. So I'm gonna keep these two drawings open for now, because these two are really high contenders for January. So after that, I do have also two more drawings from January. One of them is the same character as the one that was holding the basket, but it's a bit more of a, how to say it, it's a bit body horror, so I'm hesitant against showing it here on YouTube. It's still another drawing that I started years ago, and then I finished it this year. I did like how it turned out, but I feel like there's the two ones that I've got open right now are much better, so probably not gonna put it in the summer. I still like how it turned out. I want to do more body horror, which I ended up not really doing this year. What can you do? Maybe this next year will be the year going back to body horror, but not yet. I have a lot of other things that I want to draw. This one definitely level up in coloring though. I'm really happy with how it turned out, like holy shit. And also, the other drawing that I've got from January is a pixel art, which is Limbus fan art. If you know Limbus, you know who this is. This is his wife. Yo, officer, welcome! How's it going? I really like how this pixel art turned out. This is also a very high contender for January, so I'm gonna have to choose between these three. Like, we're starting hard, we're starting difficult. The background especially, like, holy shit. I put so much dithering in these clouds. Puse mucho dithering en las nubes. Me gusta mucho como quedó of this music. Yeah, today I put a more jolly music. Music that feels a lot more like Christmas. Yeah, muchas gracias. Quiero seguir haciendo más pixel art. I really like doing pixel art a lot. I feel like I don't do it as often as I should outside of game development. I've been doing a lot of pixel art in game development this year, which is a lot of art that I won't be able to show, unfortunately. But I have done some illustrations that are pixel art, so... Yo, guys, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I am the Christmas tree today. I have decorated the tree. I am ready for tomorrow. Oh, I have a problem. I don't know which of the three drawings to choose. This is difficult. I guess we can choose depending on how much I feel like I leveled up, because it's supposed to be in the end, show of favorite artworks and improvement and all that stuff. I guess the rose drawing would be... it would be like the biggest contender for that, but the pixel art and also the animation in here, I don't know. Which one do you think we should put? Let me put them on screen, the three of them, so we can make a poll. You can choose for me. I'm gonna put them in order. And let me make sure that they appear. If only I hadn't done these three drawings on January. Si no hubiera hecho estos tres dibujos en enero, podría poner los tres dibujos. Here. Here. You think you can more or less see them, right? Good. Paul. Oh no, there's no blonde man here. That's a lady too. Yo, Wolfie, welcome! How's it going? Which drawing should I put for January? Gonna put title? Well, not title, like a summary of each drawing so you can know which one is which. You choose for me. You tell me which one should I put. I literally cannot choose. I cannot choose. Yo-hooo Louise, by the way, I think I said Yo-hooo, but Yo-hooo. Yo-hooo paper, welcome. Where's your present? I'm just the tree. I'm just the tree. The Santa Claus has to like bring the presents, put them around me, but I'm just the tree here. I'm not the one bringing the presents. Spin the wheel. I could also do a spin the wheel, but I think it's better to let you guys choose which one you like the most. Because honestly, I do like all of them a lot. But it's a tradition to advert at the same time. The one is so fun. Like, I really like these two drawings a lot. So much. Este es el único que tienes pensado poner. Yo pondría ese. La verdad es que los tres están muy bonitos. Es que es muy difícil elegir. Elegid por mí, por favor. ¡No paran de empatarse! They keep getting tight. Okay, Rose is winning right now. Rose is on the lead right now. Let's wait, I don't know, like 5 more minutes. And we'll decide. Let me check meanwhile. What do we have for... Oh no, February. February is quite empty. It's a problem. I think I know why though. I think there is one drawing that I can put in February. And... The other stuff that I did on February is mostly game development. I guess I can show screenshots of that. I guess that does count. That was the singing bread joke! Oh, that's a good idea. Should I tell it in Spanish or should I tell it in English? ¿Debería contar el chiste del pan que habla en español o en inglés? Hace más gracia en español, la verdad. It's way funnier in Spanish though. I know more or less how to translate it in English, but it's an adaptation, it's not as funny. It needs some extra embellishment in the joke. But in Spanish it's thick. En español, venga, a ver si me acuerdo de cómo va todo. Mientras se terminan los votos, cuento la historia de el pan que habla. Esto es un pueblo que estaba en medio de la nada, donde apenas ocurría nada, nunca. La gente estaba súper aburrida y no sabían qué hacer con su día a día. Así que bueno, un día se anuncia que va a venir un circo al pueblo. Todo el mundo, ¡yay! Circo, al fin vamos a tener algo que hacer. Y la cosa es que este circo, su mayor atracción es que tienen un pan que habla. Claro, eso la gente se quedó como, no hemos visto nunca nada, algo así, un pan que habla. ¿Cómo puede ser eso? No hablan, ¿no? Pero bueno, la gente curiosa empezaron a comprar entradas, se agotaron todas las entradas, hubo reventas bastante locas. La gente, todo el mundo luchando por conseguir su puesto en el circo el día que hicieran la primera función. Y al final, pues, llega el día de la primera actuación del circo. Y bueno, la carpa queda llena hasta arriba, todos los asientos al tope. Y bueno, se apagan las luces. Sale el director del circo, sale el foco enfocando el señor, saluda, presenta al circo. Y entonces les dice, vamos a mostraros lo que todos habéis estado esperando. El pan que habla. El señor se va detrás de una cortina, sale con una carreta llevando algo cubierto por una tela. Todo el mundo en silencio, esperando. El señor quita la tela. Hay ahí una bandeja con un plato. Y en el plato, una bandeja con un plato. Una bandeja con un pan. Un pan como cualquiera, como el que podrías encontrar en cualquier panadería. Gente, silencio. Esperando a ver qué ocurre. Y el señor toma un vaso de agua, lo echa encima del pan. Dice, el pan está hablando. Y ya está, vamos a cerrar la poll. Let's close the poll. Okay, Rose won. Let's put Rose in the summary. Thank you for voting. All right. Rose has won. Thank you. I need to practice how to tell it better, but it's an amazing joke. Holy shit. The pun. Alright. There we go. Honestly, I'm so proud of this drawing. Like, the way I did the rendering here, it's unsurpassed, honestly. La manera en como hice el coloreado aquí es insuperable, la verdad. Estoy como... Nunca más voy a poder pintar de esta manera otra vez. Got a Nintendo Switch for my cousin as a present! Oh, I hope they enjoy it! Let's go! So, close the other drawings. And let's move on to February. Let's see what there is for February. Unfortunately, not much, because in February I was working on the next update for Theros. So that means that most of what I did was pixel art for game dev. But I still had this drawing. I still had this pixel art that I did. Funny thing, this drawing was also from many years ago. I started it on... I didn't put it in the post, never mind. Like, at least 4 years ago or so. I think this is from around 2020. So that's another drawing that I did. I'm gonna finish it this year. I grabbed a bunch of sketches and things I hadn't finished yet and tried to finish them this year. And this was one of them. I really like how it turned out in the end. I did end up changing some things from the original sketch, but not unhappy with the background and how it turned out. But since this is basically the only drawing I've got for February, I guess that's what we're gonna go with. Still not bad, it fits pretty well in here. Bye bye Nami, take care, thank you so much for coming. Have a good rest. Okay, put the fairy here. This is an OC of mine, by the way. I want to make her story someday. It's another visual novel that I've got to work on someday. The rose a little more. Wait, it's kinda doing a bit of a color scale, isn't it? Casi está haciendo como una escala de color. Hemos empezado con rojo y ahora estamos yendo a naranja y marrón. We started with red and now we're going to like orange. Is she on the Osiris? Yeah, she is! I can show her actually. She has different colors because she's got different designs for each season of the year. In her really quick. Voy a buscarla así rapidito. Porque esta señorita la habéis visto en la lista de OCs. This is how she looks like in the OC list. This is her spring design. And she's got the one design for each the seasons of the year. So that's the fall design, the one that I drew her in here. I really like especially how the winter one came out. I really like how the eyes stand out. It's for a visual novel inspired on like some fairies that are technically some of my first OCs. I used to imagine them when I was a kid, and I kind of revived them years after. That's why I started drawing so many fairies some time ago in the OC list. I had to go through the fairy cast. She's the main character. She's so cute. I'm really happy with her design. It's like Pokemon variants. She would be, you know that deer that has different forms for every season? That's her. That's the Pokemon she would be. ¿Sabes ese Pokémon que es como un ciervo que tiene diferentes versiones para cada estación del año? Ella sería ese Pokémon. Yeah, Deerling and Sawsbug. Yep. So, after that, well, the rest of February. We're on February right now. Let me check. Because I do have screenshots from what I was working on aside from this drawing. I worked on the newest update for Theros, which had like some new locations and stuff. There's, for example, this new area in the city. There's also this other area that had like candle themes. And there's also this one, for example. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I feel like I added a lot of dark areas this time. This is only one of them, but I feel like I did add a lot of dark areas this update. Then there's also the other area, for example. I'm really happy with how all of them turned out. This game, let me put the link in the chat. It's a Yumeniki fun game called Theros. You can play it for free. Here. It's mostly dream exploration, and honestly, I feel like art-wise, it's one of the best things I've done. I'm really happy with how it is. I really want to give it another update, hopefully this next year. But yeah, this is what I worked on for most of February. I released the newest update, I think, on March, the beginning of March. So most of February was working on this new stuff and some other areas, because this isn't all of them. This isn't all of the new areas. There's more. I also made the music for a couple of the areas, so if you wanna see all that Zeros have to offer and hear the music, you can play it there for free. So, after that we've got March, because I don't have any other drawings for February, but I do have a couple art pieces for March. Let me see. Can you imagine that the next piece happens to be yellow? Wouldn't that be great to continue the color scale? One of them, unfortunately, is not very yellow, because one of them is the promotional art that I did for the Theros release, which is very blue-green. I put a speed paint of these in the channel. You might have seen it around in here. I feel like I don't like how it turned out, but it is quite unpolished. I don't think I'm gonna put this one in the art summary. I do really like how it turned out, but the other drawing for March, I think I think it wins by far. Remember the pixel art from January? Same character. I drew her again. And I think this drawing is the drawing that has gotten the most likes in all of this year and probably in most of my social media experience. This got like over 1,000 likes, which is very rare for me, so it shocked me quite a bit. And honestly, I'm really happy with how it turned out, so I'm gonna put this drawing for March, no doubt. Which is kind of yellow, so we're still... the color gradient is still ongoing. La escala de color sigue. Estamos viendo amarillo. Oh, there's a row of pixels in there. Love her so much, she's so cool. So cool. This Play Limbus company, guys, it's big. Play Limbus company to meet my wife. It's more or less the... I'm also really happy with how the rendering for this drawing turned out. Like, I feel like it ended up with a bit of a painting, like portrait painting vibe. I tried to do the saturated color, same thing that I did with Rose here in some parts. I need to keep trying to do that in more, because it does give a pretty nice result. Another thing I tried was adding slightly colored lines on the outside, which, for example, I also added these blue lines here for the lights. I'm happy with how it turned out. So cool. What's Limbus Company about? Ooh, How to describe Limbus Company? It's about a group of 12 disasters in a bus and their manager who has to keep them alive, who can revive them when they die, and they need to like go to different parts of a dystopian city to recover these shiny little branches that do things that we still don't know about. It's hard to explain. I'm very bad at explaining what things are about. But it's a gacha game. If that doesn't turn you away from the game, I really recommend it. It's basically dystopian city with characters inspired in classic literature. For example, there's a character inspired in Moby Dick, and the Odyssey, and Faust, and a bunch of other books. There's a very good writing, by the way. I recommend. Wait a second, why is there a... Hey, I moved it on accident. I was like, wait, there were white pixels around the drawing and I never noticed? Okay. So that's it for March. Do I have anything else in March? Something that happened in March was that the Game Jam started. The 2025 RPG Maker Game Jam. And I participated. That was most of my April. Or at least half of my April. Because I released the game on April 19th. Which is when more or less when the Game Jam ended. I think it ended on the 21st. So that's when I released Moonlit Blessed. Which is the only art I've got for April, I think. Aside from commissions, I think. But I guess this could work as the art for April, even if it's not green. Do we have any green ones, maybe? I'm glad that you liked it, by the way. Also these, for example. This one's green. Maybe I could put these. It's green! Look, it's green! There's some other screenshots. I still want to redraw the backgrounds when I can. I still haven't gotten to do that because I've been working on so many other stuff. But I really want to redraw the backgrounds at some point. Make it a little bit more cohesive. I feel like the arts that I did myself, the backgrounds that I did here, those turned out a lot better than the edited photos. They do look very noisy compared to the sprites of the characters. I feel like I could do better to make everything look like it fits together more. I had to do a bit of time saving by using photos for the background, so it did set the art back a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to play this game, you can also find it by Icho. Which, by the way, this game, it won Best Narrative in the Game Jam, so this is where you can find it. I still want to update it, like I said. I also wasn't able to add one of the endings that I wanted to add, so I had to release it with 6 endings instead of the 7 that I had planned. But at some point I do want to go back to it and improve it, and I think that's gonna be one of my plans for like near future when I can finish all the other things that I have to do. But I still really like how it turned out. I'm really happy, and a lot of people played it and liked it, so I'm always happy to see that. Thank you for enjoying it. What's this? That more. Award-winning game with free trial to the Gardeniers, up to level 60. Including the full base game with 6 endings, more than 20k words of story in like 1 hour of playtime, but in unlimited replays. So I think I closed this one. I think I'm gonna put one of these screenshots probably. Would this count? Would this count as green? Can we put this? Wait, no, not this. Copied the wrong one. I kind of fit there, look at that. Maybe not so bad. We can put them here. We also put dots somewhere. Maybe I can move over here. Move it. Delete the left of the counter. This way she can also be here. There we go. Everyone's here. Not poop and pasta. Come on. Yeah, queda con el fondo. ¿Sabes qué? Voy a ponerlos aquí. Técnicamente, yo creo que el juego entero cuenta mucho como arte de abril. Wait, voy a guardar el... Digo como... capas... Lo tenía guardado aún como capas. There we go. Everyone's here. So, we have May. I have so many tabs open. This shit. Tengo muchas cosas abiertas ahora mismo. For May, I do have some doodles and adoptables, but not much else. It is possible that I have commissions from these months, but as I mentioned, I prefer to only keep like my mostly original art, with some exceptions in case of like NDAs and stuff. But one of the drawings that I have for May might look a bit familiar. It's Rose again! Because yeah, I did another drawing of Rose as a commission. This is a Catalan Rose. She's got like Catalan stuff here. This is a San Jordi themed drawing. This line was visiting Spain. The commission was a gift for Lime this time, and it was a bit Catalan themed because she was visiting home. I tried to go back to how I painted Rose, but it didn't quite turn out the same way. But I'm still happy with how she turned out. Who's your favorite child now, Rose or Mayo? It's Mayo because Rose is not my child. Rose is my friend's OC. I do like Rose a lot too, but she's not my OC, so I have to say Mayo. But every time I draw Rose, I feel like my art improves. Oh, I think I'm gonna put Rose here. What? Wait a second, I'm getting a call. Give me a moment. Sorry, I'm back. Family was calling to plan for tomorrow. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that. What was I in the middle of? This May. Right, I also have some doodles and adoptables, but the doodles are not that much like complete illustrations. I can still show them. Wow! Oh my god! When I was in the call, the cat started meowing. It was really funny. What's up, lady? Wow! Hey, back, it's us, the chat! Nice to see you! It's me, back Gardenia. I do have the adoptables. Only this middle one from that. The other two are from years ago, so they don't count. And then there's also a couple doodles that I did that are also Limbus fan art. This one, Digong, another one of my wives. And then there's Indayu, another one of my wives. There's so many cool ladies in Limbus. If that doesn't convince you to play Limbus Company, there's even more options. But I think this should be pretty good reasons. Look at them, I like both of them so much. I wanna do more Limbus fan art this next year. I tried to, with these doodles, I tried to especially get used to the brushes that I've been using now. Like, kind of more natural brushes that I've got. I'm really happy with the blue and pink effects by Yudo. Look at that. Any cool ghost art, ladies? Not yet, but maybe at some point. There's gonna be the next part of Limbus is gonna be probably art related, and it's coming out these New Year's. So who knows? Art ladies? For sure there will be. I can't wait. I can wait for the next Limbus Canto. So I really like the colors in this one. Also, one funny thing, I didn't realize that she had a mole on her neck until I saw it in a meme. And then I drew her and remembered because I would never forget where a mole is. I wanna do more Limbus fun. I wanna draw more Limbus. I think for May, Rose definitely wins again. Gee, Rose, how come they let you have 2 months of the year? Lime is gonna be happy to see that. People are gonna start thinking that she's my OC, but she's not. Wow, come here. No. She got 2 months so far. Who knows? Maybe she'll get another month. I don't remember if I've drawn any other complicated arts of Rose after that. This is the last one that I did. Maybe next year she'll get 3 months. Never know. Think works. Wow. She's like cleaning herself while meowing at the same time, and she sounds like she's under the water. This 30 now. Alright. This kind of count as blue because there's a blue background. Nah, I think the I think the color scale is kind of broken now. So after that, there's June, and there's nothing in June. All that I can see in my post for June is my art fight, like team shit. This is the only thing that I posted on Tumblr on June. We have a problem here, but I think I know why. I think why I didn't really draw much in June. And it's because I was working on the next story of the Dreaming World, Deep Down the Wishing Well, which is an extra story. But I did draw a lot for it, so maybe we can find something from this to put in the art summary. I do have some screenshots of it. There's one of them. One. There's also this one. By the way, if you wanna play this game and this story for yourselves, as always, you can find it free on my itch.io. Here is Symphony of the Don't Worry, I mean Stories of the Dreaming World. I'm gonna try to make another update next year. I do have most of the next story written, but it does still need a lot of art. But it's like halfway done. I'm focusing on other things at the moment, but hopefully I can release another episode next month. I think close this one. 1, 2. So maybe I could put one of these screenshots. I think this could be a good one, because it does show both the talk sprite and also the background. I think this one could be a good one. I did make some other CGs, but I think this represents a lot better the work I did for these. Click here. Here we can see both. Maybe even making it a bit small. I'm gonna distort the pixels, unfortunately. Because we can fit. Something else I could put though is the character arts that I did for the booklet. How it could be. There's... Wait, July? Thank you for letting me know. I skipped a month completely. Yeah, this is June. You're absolutely right. I ate a month. He comido un mes entero. Here we go. This works for you. It may. Maybe put it there. You can put it there without distorting the picture. And what if like this? I like it more. Me gusta más. Ya como de la casa. I think it does look better, yeah. Let's go with that. I do have the character artworks that I mentioned. Exclusive view on the one of the character artworks, because this is from the booklet that has all the character sheets and stuff. There's another one, but since you've already seen her here, I think I'm gonna keep the screenshot the summer. So it's July, and on July something happened, something called Art Fight. That means that it's the month that I drew the most, so we're gonna have plenty of art to choose from. there is one that I really like, and I'm probably gonna go with that one, but I'm gonna show all of them anyway, even though I already showed them back in the day. But that's fine. This was the first one that I did, and I really like how it turned out, to like the lights and everything. I'm really happy with all the artworks that I did, because I picked really cool characters that I saw that I really wanted to draw. Look at this one! She's so cute. I'm really happy with the hair, especially. I tried to keep the colorings a little bit simplified, but I feel like I did learn a lot. I hadn't drawn like I haven't drawn much in the past months compared to all the game dev. Like, if you compare all the drawings that we've seen with the amount of game depth that I've actually done at the same time, I hadn't drawn that much. So it did feel like I really wasn't drawing much. So Art Fight was a breath of fresh air, honestly. I think this one is the one that I'm gonna pick, because I'm really happy with how it turned out. Look at the hair. I really like the expression also, the way that the face turned out. I think this one is definitely gonna be my pick for July. But there's a lot of others that I did, and I'm honestly really happy with all of them. But this one, I really like how the eyes turned out. The eyes turned out so like glass, and I like it a lot. So cute. There's also this one, which I had a lot of fun with the colors. I love how the red stands out so much. I had so much fun with Art Fight. I hope I can participate this next year too. I think I did this one on stream? Pretty sure I did draw this one on stream. I really like the yellow highlights especially. And there's also this one I really like how the lights turned out. I feel like maybe I should have colored the clothes a bit differently. And this is one of the things that impulsed me to start studying art fabrics. What am I saying? The word. Doing fabric studies. This is what impulsed me to start studying how to paint fabric, which is something I still need to keep practicing. And I really want to improve it. And there's the last one that no, that's not the last one. There's another one that I did. It's the second to last one. The thing about Art Fight is that it lets you draw a lot of things in a short time, and it really helped me see what things I could improve. For example, here, the flowers did turn out a little bit flat, but I do like how the idea and composition turned out a lot. Like, I tried a perspective that was kind of different from usual, something a bit more seen from above, with the cloud shadows. That did take a lot of work, and it really helped me see what point I am at and what things I can improve from now on. So I had a lot of fun with Art Fight. Yo, Johnny Cat! Welcome! How's it going? The last one that I did that was a little bit last minute, I thought I wouldn't be able to finish it, was this one. I don't remember if I worked on this one on stream, actually. I might have. Or maybe not. I know that I worked on like 2 or 3 of them on stream. But I don't remember all of them. I think this one I did on stream. Maybe wrong. I don't know. In one. This one I also really like how shiny and vivid the colors turned out. But definitely, I think I'm going with this one, the third one. I really like how this one turned out. This one, I did a kind of similar drawing in the past one time. Something also with the flowers in the corner and kind of like a portrait frame. I wanted to try doing something similar this time. I feel like it turned out really good. I really like it. It's kind of well framed with the flower. Queda como bien enmarcado con la flor. Yo con Mr. Explode, muchísimas gracias y feliz Navidad. No creo que haga stream probablemente hasta el viernes, así que yep, hoy es el último día que nos vemos esta Navidad. It's probably gonna be the last day that I'll see you until Christmas. Well, until past Christmas. Probably next stream is gonna be on Friday. It's Earthbound. Perfect. So, there is... I think I do have the drawing in question for comparison. Let me see if I can find it. It's from many years ago, like 2017 or so. Oh god, that's like nearly 10 years ago. Oh no. It's from January 2017. No. I can't believe time passes so fast. What's these? So for comparison, drawing that I mentioned that is quite similar to this one. This one. I did try like a similar composition to what I did here, but a lot more simplified. I tried to make the flowers stand out a lot more and just keep an emphasis on the character rather than with the background. But I do like both of them a lot. I feel like it was a bit of a retake on the same composition, but very different character and kind of different focus on each of the drawings. I really like how this one turned out too, though. This is the one from 2017. This is from 8 years ago. 9 years ago almost, because it's almost 2020. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out back in the day. And maybe that's why this one is in part my favorite of the art fight ones. I hope I can participate in art fight again this next year. But there's a game jam that happens on the same month, which I also want to participate in. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, let's scroll back up. See what we can find in August. So, August I do have a lot of other drawings again. There is one that might look very familiar, which is the very first thing that I posted on August after the last art fight drawing. Is this. This drawing. If you remember those months, you might remember me struggling so much with this. This drawing took me so many hours to finish. This was for the 10th anniversary of the Stairway, which happened on this July. Last July, that's when I released the newest story of the Dreaming World, the extra story, Deep Down the Wishing Well. And I wanted to finish this drawing to celebrate. This is in fact another one of those sketches that I did years ago and didn't finish until this year. So I guess it kind of half counts as work for this year. I do think though, this is a very high contender for artwork of the year. Because I don't think I've put this much time in any other drawing this year. This is what has taken me the most time and effort out of everything I've done this year, so maybe I'm gonna put it here. But I'm gonna put it here. And if we find anything else that fits, I might change. For now, thinking. If I can like the letters at least. It was good composition wise. This is my 16th chapel. 16th? cuties. Yeah, it was the 10th anniversary of my very first game. That's something that still shocks me. I wanted to finish this drawing for when the anniversary happened, but since Art Fight was on the same month, and I wanted to finish the release, I did not have time in the end to finish this drawing in time. So I finished it afterwards, and after a bunch of streams, I was able to finish it in August. There it is! I guess this counts as an August, more or less, but since it took so long, and there's a lot of other drawings for August, I think we can put something else. So, other stuff from August. There are some doodles. There are a couple things that I did draw on stream. You remember the speed paint or stream for this? It's the drawing I did of Margaret! We did a collab on August to draw each other with limited color palettes. This was the drawing I did of her. I recorded it and put it as a speed paint in the channel, so you can now see it both in shorts format and in the long format, and also in stream format if you want to watch it in real time. It's of her ghost trainer design, so cute. She also did an amazing drawing of me, which is in her channel, so I will recommend checking it out. It's there's the links in both the shorts and the speed paint, and in her channel. Yeah. And there's also this study that I did. This one at the left. I did this on stream. I've been trying to put the speed paint of these. Like, I've been trying to put it together, but I keep getting like very big lag on the video for some reason. I haven't been able to export it properly. For some reason it gives me a lot of problems. But I've been trying to get the speed paint of these ready. At some point hopefully I can manage. But for now, there's only the study. I don't know if I would count this one as like the candidate for August though. Since it's a drawing that I did from a photo, I wouldn't count it completely as like an art for August. I think the other option is the doodles that I did of the Arzquetia demons. I did these ones in August. Maybe I could put one of these. It's not so much of a complete illustration as other stuff, but I think I still like them a lot to put them there. I think Bella's especially. I really like how her expression turned out. Maybe I'm gonna put her. Out. There we go. For now I'm putting Bella here. There's a lot of the others that I really like too, but I think hers is the one that kind of occupies the most space. After that, you have September, which I also didn't draw much in, but I do have one drawing that I think first thing from September is part 3 of the Demon's Hearts. Which I'm probably not gonna put in the August spot. I really wanted to draw all 9 of them. And now we're drawing them in the OC Chibi challenge, so we're gonna see a lot of these again very, very soon. Except from the ones that we've already seen. I believe these two already have chibis now. So, after that, I decided to draw them in part because I would have to start them drawing in the Chibi challenge. So a good excuse to finally finish a lot of their designs. Close some stuff. To have a lot of stuff open. I guess that the... Wait a second, maybe instead I can put the stairway. I think it's gonna look a lot more complete if I do that. Even if I put it in the artwork of the year. I'm gonna put it in both first. Doesn't look that bad if it repeats. If I change my mind, always hate the stairway one. Well, if I can. Okay, I remember something happened in September. You might remember that in September my tablet kinda went poof for a moment. It kinda super died some days. So... Another thing that happened on September was that my hand started hurting a lot. So what I did was try to draw with my left hand again. If I can get them in order. First thing that happened was that I tried to draw on paint with my mouse. Here I decided to not use the tablet, so I started using my mouse. This I drew it. I started it with mouse only, but then I realized that that was putting a lot more pressure on my hand. So I finished it using the tablet. I think this one is the drawing that's gonna take the September spot. Creo que este es el dibujo que se lleva el puesto de septiembre. I don't even remember what order it happened in. I think first it was the tablet that broke. I started drawing with my mouse. And then, some days after, it was my hand that started hurting. I think it's not. I like how it turned out. It turned out a bit different from what I had envisioned. But again, it's really difficult to get things right when you're drawing with your mouse and you're not used to it. Still, I hadn't painted in paint brushes in a long time. It was fun. At least I had a lot of fun with it. There we go. I don't like how it turned out. Oh, look at that. Liar account. 2. Same character again. There's 2. There could be another one. Okay. After that, I did a left-hand drawing stream. Truly a classic. Do you remember this? Do you remember these doodles? These are always really fun. Actually, the last drawings always end up a lot better. This is still one of my favorites. I could put this. I could actually put this for September. Should I change it? Should I change Lyra to this? This is my favorite, like, by far. Left hand. You can can see a bit of a hamster butt in. ¡Yo, Samuel! Sigue el árbol, soy mi propio árbol de Navidad. He curado el árbol hoy. Pero yo nunca causaría un incendio. Yo soy muy cuidadosa en la cocina. With my left hand duties. I'll leave this one in here. Nah, I think I'm gonna put Lyra. So for artistic consistency, but this is my I should put this actually in favorite artwork. I think yeah, we should put this in favorite artwork. After that, I also did these other doodles on a stream. I doodled some Tohos because I miss drawing Tohos and I wanted to practice more left-hand art. So I did these. I did like the left-hand doodles first with coloring. Then I redrew them with my right hand. Which quite a bit of a difference. I think some of them I don't like how they turned out with the left hand more. For example, this one, I feel like this one turned out quite clean. There's something about the face here that I'm not so happy with. But made the right hand one definitely came better by far. Definitely came out much better. That's it for September. There might be something else that I'm forgetting on September. Did I really draw that less? Probably yes, because of my hand. I always freak out a lot when my hand starts hurting. With good reason. If your hands start hurting, take a lot of care. Hands are very important. After that, next drawings of the month, October. I did quite a lot of my favorite pieces in there actually. I drew a lot of stuff on October that I really liked. For example, the first one, which I think I started some months before. I did start this drawing months before and then I had to stop because of my hand. I didn't finish it until October. But this drawing, I feel like I also had like a jump in improvement here. I tried to learn from like arts that I saw on Twitter. I bookmarked a bunch of like works in progress that artists posted just to see how they colored things. And I tried to see what I could learn from them. I tried to apply that to my coloring, especially with the hair. I really like how it turned out. I'm super happy with it. For example, I started adding these in the brighter lines around the eyes. Started trying to color the eyelashes with a lot more detail. And definitely started making the most of the brushes that I'm using right now. But this art definitely is one of my favorites of the year. Then there's also... I finished more adoptables. Which, by the way, I think most of them are still available on Vision, so if anyone wants them, some of them are still for sale, by the way. And then I did another very similar drawing to this one. Did another of my D&D OCs. This a bit bigger. Maybe I didn't resize it as much because I used exactly the same file to draw them. This one, I tried a different way of doing the shadows than usual. Until now, even in this drawing, the way I have been drawing while painting the shadows has been by putting the colors of the shadows directly, like picking them manually. But here in this case, what I did was do the shadows with multiply, putting them grayscale and then putting the colors in multiply on top. And I've been trying to do it more often like that for then. I feel like it makes the lights a lot more consistent. I watched a video not long ago that analyzed the shading style of an artist called Rela, and I feel like I need to apply a lot of the things from that video. I feel like it would make my coloring a lot better too. It would really fix my shading. I feel like I've been a little bit stuck with my rendering for many years. I do say this quite often, and I feel like until these last months of this year I haven't really been able to truly make a good improvement with that. I feel like especially the hair here, the eyes, in general, the rendering here has really improved. I think one of my favorite parts is the bright blue inside the hair. Look, it really gives the feeling of light very well. Bye bye, Franchu. Yeah, muchísimas gracias. Que vaya muy bien. Felices fiestas. With the $1 million the president gave me for playing Yomi games. I wish the president gave me the $1 million for making the Yomi games, not playing them. I really like how this one turned out so much. Another thing I really like is this kinda light purple was shadowed parts. I need to keep learning tricks like that and applying them more in my art. Next thing that I really want to do though is practice fabric. The fabric is still something I need to improve on a lot. I don't dislike how it is here, but it could definitely be better. I really want to study fabric coloring. Ways to shade fabric. The feathers also turned out a bit weird, I feel. But it's also because of the perspective. I wasn't really sure how to do the perspective of the feathers. I kinda just made it up along the way. And after that, remember the lady that I've drawn here and that had a pixel art in January? I doodled her again on October because I'm weak and I like her a lot and I want to draw her more. Oh, she's so cool. Please play Limbus Company, everyone. It's my wife. Lastly, the last drawing that I've got for October is this one, which you might also have seen in a speed paint. I did try something for this one, which I feel like it didn't really give the best result, like this kinda the blurry effect. What I wanted to do in my brain was something more like chromatic aberration, but I just like made a copy of the layer and displaced it a little bit. It was not chromatic aberration, this was just a little experiment to give it a little bit of movement. It doesn't look that bad though. I feel like it does fit well in some parts. Gives this illusion of movement, for example here, that I feel like pretty well. But I definitely need to improve with, for example, the wings. The wings are a disaster. I just did random scribbles and called them wings today. Yeah. I think what I like the most of this drawing though is the pose. Pose and composition in general. Especially the flowiness along the body that's like pretty much like me. Let me add some lines for the composition. I like how it's like it's like a very thief pose if you think about it, but not really, because then you've got the arm that goes this way, there's this leg that crosses here, the hair itself does this curve and then goes here. I feel like the composition in here did turn out pretty well. There's also this one over here. I've always struggled a lot with compositions, and this one I'm really happy with how it turned out. The way that the skirt also gives this shape, it makes the legs very thin in comparison. And also the strands of hair like separate. Like, the hair is not like solid. Background music, yeah, Zooey, sorry about that. Shh. Sorry about that. What's up? Looking at, staring at me with her big round eyes. So I do feel the way I like to draw her hair is like very separated in hair strands. I try to make it a little bit messy, even though it's like very straight hair. It always goes like a lot of separate parts, like there's a lot of almost spirals. They're another important part of the stream. Don't say it too loud, or they are gonna start believing it. Yeah, even though the body, like the base of the body is like very stiff, I feel like all the flowiness of the rest is what completes the composition. I'm really happy with how the composition in this one turned out. No, it is really hard to choose. This one's a doodle, so I'm not gonna include it. But between these three, I don't know which one to pick. I don't know which one to pick. Because I really like these three drawings a lot. Maybe this one, because I learned a lot from the shadows on this one. I've been trying to draw like that since then, in the shadows with the multiply layer. So I think I might pick this one. But the others though, I do like them a lot too. I pick this. Put Agro height here. This, by the way, in the character Idlehide, the paladin. The character I usually use for one-shots. It's a bit of a disaster and she's very dramatic. Likes doing dramatic entrances, and her sword releases flower petals whenever she fights because she's very extra like that. Okay. October done. October even. Okay, November. For November I did take a lot of commissions, so most of my work was commissions. But I do still have a couple of things that I posted. I did these chibis on stream, which were one of the commissions that I did. So Vesper Bell, members of Vesper Bell, which are two virtual singers. I don't think they do much in terms of streaming. They mostly do covers. They sometimes do streams, and they sing super well. I really recommend checking them out. One of them is also called Yomi, like me. I did this commission for a big fan of theirs, so I finished it on stream. I don't remember if I finished it on stream. I worked on it on stream, but I don't think I finished it. This was one of the drawings that I did on November. One of the drawings I did do in November was this doodle though. My very tired immortal alchemist character. My girl Alina, who is also a character in Stories of the Dreaming World, by the way. If you wanna check out her story, where you'll find it. And this basically the only thing that I drew on November, aside from some game dev stuff and commissions. There's more. I know there's another doodle that I did. Let me see if I can find it. Here. I did another doodle after I finished these. Gotta choose between one of them. The one with the coffee or the very, very, very tired one. I'm going with this one because I didn't really do much else. For this month, November, I think that's when I looked around my hard drive and I started gathering a lot of the old doodles that I used to do. Because I used to doodle a lot. A lot of times I would just like draw things without finishing. I don't know. Doodling it. How to order that sentence. I used to draw things without the intention of turning them into a big illustration. And with time, I've kind of lost that. And I want to recover that. I want to relearn how to doodle just for the sake of doodling. And when I looked around my hard drive to check for old sketches and stuff, I gathered a bunch of them. And I don't know, I thought that they looked actually really nice. Even if they were just like random scribbles and stuff. I did post some scribbles. It was stuff like these. Just doodles like these with no other intention other than just putting them on paper and that's it. These aren't meant to be full illustrations or anything. They are just like things that I drew for the sake of drawing them, and I miss that. After looking at all those doodles, I realized that I miss these a lot. Just drawing stuff like these. I want to try doing it a lot more. These I want to relearn how to draw worms like these. Just drawing worms for the sake of worming. Nothing else. There's a lot of doodles that I found. A lot of them were like designs that I wanted to like keep for in case I can reuse them too. For example, these ones. This one is an OC that is in the OC list, but the others, these are just like random girls that I drew. So I gathered all those sketches to maybe rescue some of them for designs and stuff. Maybe someday I'll do something with them. And if not, it's okay if they are just doodles. That's something I need to put in my brain. It's okay if something is just a doodle. Not everything has to be a fully finished illustration. And that's gonna be one of my goals for this next year. Relearn the joy of doodling for the sake of doodling. Yeah, I really like the armor one, especially the feather up here. I really like that. What vibes with the hair like these. There's a lot of designs in these doodles that I really liked a lot. Como el stream zurdo pero diestro, literal, sí, como el stream zurdo pero diestro. Nunca antes mejor resumido. Yeah, they are both very tired. I'm gonna go with this one for November. And for December, we have caught up with now. Oh shit, I closed Tumblr archive now. Tell me what have you done? Oh yeah, true! I also posted a little something on November. It's a GIF, so I can't show it moving, but if you have seen this, it's a little tiny teaser of something that something that has been cooking for a while. This could technically count as art from the previous months, but I don't even remember what month I did it in. It's been a long time by now. But this was also from this year. I've been working on a lot of pixel art. A lot of pixel art, just so you know. Things are cooking, still cooking. They were cooking earlier today. They are gonna be cooking also next year. Hopefully next year we can finally show some stuff. But yeah, this animated actually. Animated. I posted it as a little teaser. I'll maybe see more of that here. So, lastly, for this month, only one drawing that I have posted, and it's the horse girl. This is my only drawing for November, December. I did do a very complex commission this month though. I think if I had to pick a drawing, I would pick that commission. But since it's a commission, I'm hesitant on putting it here. It's like for someone else. But like hesitant on putting commissions aside from like the ones I did prose. I do really like how that commission. But it's a Christmas themed commission, so I'm not sure if I can show it yet. So for now, I'm gonna keep it secret. I'm gonna put the horse. Not so bad, actually. This looks pretty nice. Maybe November does look a little bit more bland, but yeah, it look good overall. I think maybe I have slowed down a little bit around the end of the year. I feel October was definitely a good month for my art. I feel like it's the month that I have learned the most, along with July with Art Fight. Like the way this went was on January, I had the motivation of a next year, like, yeah, this year, I'm gonna draw so much stuff. I was like fully motivated. So I set my goals and said, okay, this year I'm gonna finish a lot of old drawings first of all, and then I'm gonna work on a lot of new drawings. I started doing that. I finished a bunch of old drawings, even on February. And then game dev started. I started working on game dev for most of the first months, and that's when I started feeling a little bit bad for not drawing. Like, I want to draw more. This isn't enough. I keep doing only game dev stuff, and I really want to draw. So I kinda got past those months, but I'm gonna move Rose a little bit. I can't find Rose right now. Here. Here. I started feeling a bit bad for not drawing as much as I wanted. Even though I was like doing game dev stuff, which is it also counts. But there's always this feeling of like, when you're doing something, you always want to do something else. Even if it's something you're enjoying, it's always like, grass is greener on the other side. And now I'm working, but I want to work on something else. And when I'm working on something else, I want to work. And I really cannot decide between one thing and the other. It's a mess. So, once I finished New Story of the Dreaming World, I said, okay, that's enough game dev for a while. I'm gonna do Art Fight. So I did Art Fight, I recovered my illusion for drawing, and I saw this helped me. Like I mentioned earlier, this really helped me see where I stood with art at this point. This is the point where I said, okay, I need to start getting a bit more technical and start learning some studies. I need to start getting like some improvements in some areas. Like for example, the clothes, first thing, and then the backgrounds. The flowers in the background and the clothes were the things that really stood out to me the most, things that I really want to improve. So, in the months after, I have been trying to do some studies from time to time of clothes. But I haven't done much of that because I am not very consistent. And even if I say, yeah, I'm gonna study clothes, I will study like 4 photos and then I will move on to something else, get tired of it. So it's really difficult for me to be constant with art studies. That's something I have noticed. It's hard. I feel like I learn a lot more when I try to apply the things that I want to do on art that I'm working on at the moment. So that's what I've been trying to do. I remember seeing a post that said, hey, if you're an artist that doesn't really like do well with studies, if you find it difficult to do studies, you don't have to do it the same way that people usually do them. You can try to adapt them to your way of working. So I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to learn a little bit better with that. But I still wanna try to study a lot more in terms of clothes. I feel I draw so many clothes, and it's something I really need to learn to draw well. Did everything you could, Yomi, be proud of yourself. The president told me to tell you this. Tell the president to give me $1 million. And also thank you. Ooh, thank you. I don't feel like I managed to... Along October, this is the month, one of those months where I said, okay, it's time to learn some art. And that's when I started like trying to learn from other artists and watching a bunch of videos that analyzed like ways of shading. I think the video that like stuck with me the most was that one that I mentioned where they analyzed Rela's art style. So I've been wanting to try to apply more of that with the way of coloring, which includes the thing of like using multiply for the shadows. It's something that I really want to keep practicing and mastering. That's one of the things that I wanna try more this next year. Trying to do more multiply coloring. In fact, this one is kind of like that too. Didn't add colors in this one, so what I did instead was try to focus a lot more on very simple shadows and try to put a bit of a dark impression at the same time that I did the lights by erasing shadows. Like for example, this inside of the hair, it's just like this because there's no shadow in it. Try to also recover that little passion for doodling with me. I just wanted to draw something. I just drew something without trying to make it a masterpiece. That's something that I want to do a lot more often too. Just drawing things for the sake of drawing them. I've been trying to also practice some face angles. I haven't shown them here on stream because I don't have the file saved in SciFile. It's a Clip Studio file, so I cannot open it here inside. But I do have the face angles that I wanna complete a little bit more to be able to post them. Also, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a lot of anything else that I haven't shown. ¡Yo-hooo, Gabito! Bienvenido. Todo bien, estoy lista para Navidad. Hoy he decorado el árbol siendo yo. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there's this other sketch I haven't finished yet. I've been painting these on Clip Studio. This is one of those drawings that I started years ago and I decided to continue this year, but I still haven't finished it yet. This is only the sketch. I do have the version with colors on Clip Studio, but that's one of the things that I still need to finish. What else? Oh yeah, the chibis! Of course! Let's not forget that I've also been doing a lot of chibis in the OC challenge. Those also count as art from this year. También cuentan como arte de este año los chibis del reto. Ahí están. No más que estos. Creo que empecé con... I think I started with the one here. Some from here. I don't remember how many I've done this year. I would have to check which one I was working on at the beginning of the year, but I don't remember. I think it must have been some of these. Pretty sure it must have been. I think it was probably this page, but I might be wrong. Then... oh yeah, I also did this! True! This year, I did some sprites for a game that released on Halloween. I also did this little doodle for the release. The game is called Pipkin and it's on Steam. I only did like 5 sprites, but it always feels nice to see pixel art that you've done, like things that you've done for a game, and then see the game released and your work being there. It's always really nice feeling. I really like how this one turned out. This was another little doodle. I also even used the same brush that I used for this drawing in here. There's a funny story about this brush, by the way. The funny story is that my brushes inside broke. So I tried to recover one of the brushes by reconstructing it with textures that I had, and this was the result. This was the resulting brush. Right now I have been able to recover the brushes though, so all crisis averted. Let me close some stuff. You'll have a lot of things open. Maybe I have drawn more than I expected this year. I think I've definitely drawn more than last year. Oh, I forgot about this one. Forgot about these doodles. I miss her already. Yeah, I have drawn her a lot this year. I really want to draw her more. This was another attempt at like trying to doodle something without thinking too much about it. Like look at how unpolished this is. This was just me experimenting a bit with the Clip Studio brushes and trying to not overthink the drawing too much. And also a little bit of clothes practice too. Like I used a reference for this one because I wanted to at least try to practice the pose a little bit. They're not so bad. I think this one was also from around... it was around the beginning of the year. It was from around March. Took her more or less the same time as this. Then... oh, I didn't show these ones either. These ones are also from the past month. You can put one of these instead of the doodle from November. This one. Something that I've been trying to do lately with both the horse, this doodle, is that I have found out, finally, how to do chromatic aberrations. I have discovered chromatic aberration and now I'm having the time of my life. It does make the doodles instantly look a lot more complete, so I'm probably gonna apply that a lot more. I think this one is from some days ago, so December. This one? What month was it? Was from... okay, it's not gonna be from September. It's from September. I cannot put it in November. I guess November we're staying with the tired Talina doodle. I don't know. I also forgot these. I got this other drawing from October. Another Genshin. This one was fun to make. Like, from time to time, there's these little Genshin debates and discourses about like models and how a lot of the models look similar, and people end up making these model overlaps. I see them. I see them in these models. I see the Genshin. So I can't help but draw them. This was the Genshin that I saw here. This one, yeah, this one's from October. Really nothing from November. There's nothing from November. This is from December too. December. That's mostly. Oh, wait, no. There's one last thing. There's one last thing that I did at the beginning of the year, by the way. Eat some Fire Emblem sprites. This was for Poneko's outfit debut because she played a Fire Emblem game with a lot of very familiar characters. One of them, probably you've seen her before. It was super cool. I did a bunch more of sprites for that. It was really fun to work on. Yes, there's also the doodle of the horse. Not the old one. The old one is from years ago, but the new one also counts as art from December. I think. Oh yes, something that I did on November. Let's not forget. Biosphere assorted assets. I released an asset pack in November. So I guess that's something. Something from November. I think there really isn't any. Actually, more art than I thought. Happy with the result. Oh wait, another one. Another one on there. There is one drawing that was a commission, but I did post it. It was to celebrate a red debut. Actually, it might sound a little bit familiar too. It was commission for Tetera for Meche's red debut. I really like how this one turned out. I think she turned out so cute. Her design's adorable. This was from June. A little portrait, more or less around the same time as the art guide. So yeah. Actually, I could put it here instead of the screenshot. Actually, I think it fits better if I put it. Quedó super cute. Me gusta mucho cómo quedó. Creo que la voy a poner en junio. Creo que queda bastante mejor que la screenshot del juego. Se ve muy gigante, eso sí. En comparación con los demás dibujos, como es una portrait, and it's just a bust, it does look a lot bigger than the other drawings. Not that bad though, it doesn't look that out of place. Go. I could even zoom in the other drawings so they all look a bit more of the same. Just a little bit. Maybe not the pixel. Pixel art is gonna get super distorted. I put it. Maybe we can also pay a lot more attention to the eyes and stuff. Maybe if I... an idea. Make sure that it doesn't go to the... I kind of like how the framing looks with the smaller, the more zoomed out versions. Yo, Wenshi! Yo, Paulina! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! There's the art summary! I'm almost done with it. Now I'm trying to debate how much to zoom in the pictures. Ya casi lo termino y estoy ahora debatiéndome cuánto zoom debía ponerles. It's pre-made. There's the link up there in the pinned message in the chat. Yep. Está el link a la template ahí arriba. El chat. Need to close more things. I have so many files open. Close all of this. Didn't I draw much in November? What happened on November? It's been only a month and I've already forgotten what have I done. Remember these? Oh, what else? Yeah, I'm sure you can fill it up. You did a lot of art anyway. There's also art fight, so for July you probably have a lot of stuff. You can also even remove the months and just put your favorite pieces of the year, so that's always an option. Right. Resume some. That's way too much zoom. Stairs. Come on, you need more art than art fight. You need a lot of other art. You need the Kaukini. That has to go there in the art summary. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that the computers won't let you leave it down. There we go. Actually, not so bad, frame-wise. Yeah. Okay, it is quite different. Perfect. It's me, I am the tree! I am the Christmas tree. I decorated the tree. Yes, the true art for September. This is the true art for September. Doesn't matter what ends up in the finished art summary. Did someone say Kaukini? You just did say Kaukini. A lot there too. I really want to do more art fight. It was so fun. like this. Put more focus on the face. It's hard to find the right consistent amount of zoom. The horse now looks way too zoomed out. Tiny. This is what most of an art summary is like. Just resizing the pictures so they look right. These VTuber formats for PNGs the old-fashioned way. Did you know that I make all the Paint Monday thumbnails on Paint Tool Sai, and I have to make the letters on Paint every time and copy paste them into Paint Tool Sai? Kinda does feel like doing things the old-fashioned way. Oh wait, I forgot! I forgot I also had these! I hadn't shown this one! This Times Warrior of Light! This was another commission. And show it. Because I know that Lime would want me to show her. It's Steve! I really like how it turned out. All the details, look at this. I drew all this by hand. From the blurry Final Fantasy XIV references. This was also drawn by hand. I really like how she turned out. What month was this from though? Remember? The president should pay me $1 million for drawing Final Fantasy XIV outfits. President owes me so much money. President, the art president, or something. Hello Jack, welcome! Happy holidays! Hope it's all going well. It is the sled! Put a lot more focus on the faces, I feel. Doesn't look bad at all. Especially with my art that is very character focused. I just need to find poses. And my very, very tired lady. Even zoom her. Yes, it is the alchemist. It is Alina. It looks right. Let's see. Let's get those. That's true. It's just at you. literally in your name too. We've got the other one. We're almost done. Almost done. Everything. It needs. Oh. I really like how these rows turned out. This is unsurpassed. This drawing is still unsurpassed. Truly unsurpassed. How am I even gonna color anything like this ever again? Like the rendering is insane here. How did I do it? How did I do it? Like, every single drawing after that has been an attempt at a futile attempt at replicating how I did the coloring here. And it wasn't generating. Ah! How will I do this again? How am I gonna do this ever again? Other rows. Heroes. They let you have 2 months start summary. Again. Like these. Even if we cut off the details a lot better. The others, this one, since they are pixel art, I prefer not to distort them too much. Pixel art is very sensitive with that. Oh yeah, this rose I showed her earlier, but this is a rose that I did as a gift for Lime. It was a commission from another friend for when she came to visit Spain. It was a rose with cattle and stuff, because it had been soon after San Jordi, which is a festivity. People gift roses like this. This rose, it really fits her very well. Yeah, she's got a suitcase because of the traveling. It's a white version of the first dress that I drew her in years ago. The very first commission that I did of Rose was wearing a very similar outfit, but kinda similar. It has some differences, but the idea is more or less the same. It was like making an opposite version of that outfit. A bit of a parallel. I really like how this turned out back in the day. I still like it a lot though. This one is from August 2021? What do you mean it's already been 4 years? What the? How? 21. That's insane. God. Why has it been so long already? No. I guess that mostly cool, but I don't know what to do with these. This is definitely, I definitely want to leave this as the favorite artwork, but at the same time, August feel. Let me check if there's anything else that I don't know that I haven't. Because maybe I can put something else for variety. I don't mind having the same drawing, but I feel like it would be better if there was something else. Anything from August? For chat? There's the demon doodles, but that's Peters. Did do some commission of like arts. I don't think they are very fit to be put here. They are more like assets without background. I don't know what to do for these. So many files right now. I don't even know. There is each here. I could leave Velvet here instead. It might even look better with these. Maybe if I zoom it a little bit more. That might be for the best. Zoom it in. And this way it looks like different versions. Different focus. These maybe. I think we can leave it like this. I think this is a good artwork summary for this year. Say, all in all, not a bad year. Definitely better than the previous, I think. There are a lot of drawings that I really liked from last year, but I've been feeling every year that I keep drawing less and less. This is the first year that I felt that I have drawn more than the previous year, so I'm really happy with that. That was like one of my goals for this year, so that has been accomplished. A lot of my art goals have been accomplished this year, like finishing a bunch of old arts that I had started years ago, drawing more than the previous years, improving my rendering. Adelheid. I really like the Adelheid drawing a lot. This drawing has taught me a lot with coloring. So I definitely want to keep learning more this next year and use more chromatic aberration this next year too. This has been my trick of the year. Thank you, chromatic aberration, for my life. Definitely gonna keep trying to add it more to my art, at least with doodles, so I can learn to do some better post-processing too. I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying to learn all that I can. Hydration check. I need it, yes. Probably gonna leave it here for today though. Because the next days are gonna be a little bit busy. But I'm definitely gonna be back on Friday if I can. Because I want to continue Earthbound. Yeah. Next day that I'll see you, it's probably gonna be there. And if not, you're gonna see me here on Monday. For New Year's hits. Because some days after Christmas, it's already gonna be New Year's. But for now, I hope that you all have amazing holidays and that you enjoy a great Christmas if you celebrate it, and that you can get some very good food, have some great times. So for now, we'll be all for it. New Pain Monday! New Year, New Pain Monday! New Year, same Pain Monday, honestly. So, take care everyone, and thank you all so much for accompanying me today. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarme hoy. Así que por ahora, cuidaos mucho, tened unas fiestas muy felices, una Navidad muy feliz si la celebráis, y que podéis comer comida muy rica. Comer comida muy rica, creo que he dicho comer. Verbo equivocado, me lo he inventado. Thank you all so much for another year of a lot of art and for accompanying me in all the streams, both art and also games, game making. So I'm still gonna be appearing before New Year's, but here's to another year more. Thank you all so much for today and for all the year. Take care everyone, and I will see you next time. Cuidaos mucho y nos veremos en la próxima. Bye bye.